started cycling properly in 99-ish, but it wasn't till, I'd say, 2003 when I started going a bit further afield rather than just Rivington. Started going to Wales and went to the Alps for the first time, and it just went from there. It's you see places you'd never see normally, different mountains and different trails, and it doesn't matter how you feel before you set off on a journey. Whatever problems you have, whatever worries you have, they're gone. It's just you and your destination. The challenge I'm doing is I'm cycling from coast to coast, from Whitehaven to Robin Hood's Bay near Whitby. I'm doing it for a charity called the Blue Cross. I'm aiming to do it in under 12 hours. I've done long bike rides before, but never anything over with this sort of elevation. I mean, it's a lot. I'm taking in big peaks over the lakes, Pennines, the Yorkshire Moors. So yeah, I'm nervous. I've never come across a hill that I couldn't get up yet on the road, but there's always a first time, so we'll have to see.
Ready for the countdown in a second.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Out of Whitehaven, it's a big climb straight away. It's quite steep, and which is never fun when you've got cold legs. But I felt okay. I took it at a steady pace. Approaching the Lake District, that was a really nice experience. It was a glorious day, really warm, really nice. The views were fantastic, and even though I've been dreading going through Winlatter Pass because it was one of the steeper climbs of the day, it was actually quite easy. I found it. I felt strong. I was warm by that point, and I got to the top no problem at all. As I started to leave the Lake District and I headed towards my first day road, I was hoping to drag the average speed up quite a bit. That you've got good tarmac, that you get a tow from the traffic, the wind sort of drags you along. In reality, there was a headwind, quite a strong headwind, and I was barely making 16 mile an hour.
We're on 44.7 mile, average 14.6 mile an hour, so it's gone up a bit. It'd be that fast section on the dual carriageway. Maximum speed 44.9. And we're on 3 hours 6 minutes. So yeah, feeling okay. Just want a butty. We're at 44 now. See you in a bit, guys. Cheers, dudes.
After my first break, things were really pleasant. The ride was really nice, quiet country lanes, going through little villages and hamlets, and it was at Bolton in Cumbria that I got my first glimpse of the Pennines, which were about 20-25 miles away, and they looked steep, I was feeling a bit queasy on the way up as well, probably due to the energy drink, I think, which made it difficult to eat. It was very warm and there was very little wind at that point. I was out of the saddle for the most part, and as I reached the top, which was pretty much halfway at about 75 miles, I was very stiff and very achy. My neck was starting to hurt from the riding position, and my shoulders were starting to give, and I was only halfway. Long way to go to Robin Hood's Bay, and already I was really feeling it.
I'm getting a bit nervous time-wise now. We were near 15 mile an hour average before we hit the Pennines, and now we're on 13.6, which you think, oh well, you need 12.7 to do it, but don't take into account stoppers, the traffic lights, roundabouts, and all the rest of it, which really eats into the time. The average speed I'm quoting now is just my moving average. It's not even the complete picture. I'll work that out later. So, yeah, a bit tight.
After I reached the top of the Pennines, or what I thought was the top, I'd imagined this sort of big, long descent, and it isn't that at all. It's very undulating for some time, and it's that sort of interval training that really takes it out of you. Climb followed by a short descent, climb, short descent, and I still hadn't eaten at this point, and I knew I was running low.
Right, just past 100 miles. I'll be honest, I'm not in great shape at the moment. Everything's sort of and I need to eat something really, but every time I try and eat, I want to vom everywhere. But yeah, so we're at the 101 miles, 13.6 average. Actual time since I set off now, 7 hours 42. We've just been stopped here for about 5 minutes or so now, and so we've got about 50 miles left, maybe getting towards 60, I'm not so sure. It's going to be a long 60 miles, but to be honest, time's on our side, so I think it's in the bag, to be honest. Touch wood.
Having left Darlington, I still hadn't eaten, and I knew I needed to, and my suspicions were confirmed when at 110 miles I just hit a wall. So I stopped literally 10 miles after Darlington just to, I think, a wolf to pasty down. As I set off, I knew I had the North Yorkshire moors to climb, and I knew there was some serious climbing to be done, but I didn't have anything left. By the time I got to 110, 115 miles, I was really tired. I was in a lot of pain, and I wasn't feeling good at all, but I still had a long way to go.
I've had enough now. Come on.
When I got to the North Yorkshire moors, I'm sure they're quite pretty, but I didn't notice. I was so fatigued. My neck and my back were aching. I was looking barely 12 feet in front of my front wheel. I just couldn't lift my head up. I was in first gear pretty much the whole time, every climb, out the saddle. Even on the descents I was in first gear. The sun was starting to set behind me. It was cooling down quite a bit. My feet hurt so much from the race shoes I was wearing. Just the pressure of pushing down, pushing the pedals hurt. My hands were all red and tender from leaning on the bars. When I reached the final climb, I got my first glimpse of the East Coast and the sea. Whereas I thought I'd get a sense of elation, I didn't really, because I'm just so drained and so tired. I didn't really have the energy to take any of it in. As I turned the corner, the final corner, and I saw the beach, I was just so relieved to get off the bike. I rolled up onto the curb towards a wall right next to the beach, climbed off and let my bike up against the wall, and it was at that point that I realised I could barely walk, but I'd done it. The following day, after I'd had a good night's sleep and I'd rested, I was so happy that I'd done it in that time. It felt great. 151 miles I clocked in the end, 11 hours 58 minutes.